It's Wednesday night, and y'all know what that means. It's time for Game Bite. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that weekly podcast that only 8 people know about in the entire world, and 9 of them, that's right, one more than I mentioned, are from the Netherlands. Welcome, everyone, to Game Bite. I am your host. I am Harold Sylvester, welcoming you to the Quitsong Media Studios. And with me today, I got 3 co-hosts. Let's start off with the Fury Bot himself, Quitsong's resident tavern keeper and part-time child actor, Mick the Guzman. How you doing, Mick?
I really like that intro. Yes, my part-time child acting skills days are
They
done.
continue.
Actually. No, they're actually done, dude. Do I look like a child? Do I look like a child with this scruff ear? You see
Child
this?
at heart.
Child at heart. Yes, thank you. But yeah, good evening, everybody. How are you guys doing? Yeah, it's me. Look, I'm consistent again. Last week we saw each other, and then I'm back. Nice. And again, I'm not alone. I am with this wonderful man. He is a wise elder. You could call him a djinn of sorts.
Does he speak
He's
English
the elder
well?
djinn himself, Elgin Cuffle. How are you doing, my good friend?
What? I swear to God, my intros are becoming more and more outlandish as as my appearances.
Last week's was
continue.
nice.
Yours was fantastic, all things considered, but still somewhat outlandish. But either way, hi everybody, I'm here again. Yeah, it's good to be back, and yeah, I'm really excited about this show today too. And yeah, now it's my turn to introduce this guy who introduced me last week. He's pretty good at improv because he took 1 class, but either way, he's good at that stuff too. This is Miko P. Hey Miko P, how are you doing today?
Thank you, LG. That level 1 class paid off in spades, but I don't see myself going to level 2 soon. But yeah,
You gotta level up, man.
Oh man.
Do they have those in Zoom classes for him?
Yes, they're actually having online classes right now.
Wow.
I'll link you up later, but
Nice.
yeah, for everyone else watching, if you have the chance to go try improv, give it a try. It's real nice, and we have one locally too, so that's good. That said, good evening, everyone. I am Miko P, and yeah, I'm also a regular now too. Yay!
Woo!
Yeah.
Guys, I want to mention, I think
It's your second set of arms.
I think Miko P thinks he was taking improv, but he might have been going to Scientology. I'm not sure. I don't remember
Wait, what?
levels. I don't remember levels in improv.
Oh,
Miko P,
no.
did you see other level 5 laser lotuses in your improv class?
Well,
Were you audited?
yeah, thankfully we
You audit.
haven't been forced to. We haven't been forced any doctrines yet, but we started with some games, and probably there's a bit of things mixed in there just to pre-program us for later
Oh my
levels.
God.
Pre-program,
now-
huh?
Yeah, but for now, I'm glad to say that I'm not mind controlled in any way.
That's good.
But
No
try
implants
improv.
yet. No
Maybe that's-
implants.
Yeah, maybe this is the mind control part there. Try improv or
Okay.
Scientology in disguise. I don't know. Either one's
You be
fine.
the judge.
Either one's
You be the
fine.
judge.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like
before I
one
go
day we
back
have to go with Miko P to this class and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, right.
We're just there in the background on our phones, like.
Yeah, they were like,
yeah,
okay,
we're just
okay,
checking in
Miko,
every few
Why
minutes.
are there 3 other guys in the Zoom class? They're just observing. Don't worry about it.
They might be interested in joining.
Yeah, so
One day.
Yeah, so that aside, before I go back to Harold, just want to ask everyone how's their evening, and yeah, back to you, Harold.
Oh, he's so sweet! Asking everyone how their evening is. My evening's going great, Miko P. Thanks for asking. No one in the history of Game Bite, in the 131 episodes, or 130 episodes we've done prior, no one has ever asked anyone else how their evenings are going. So I appreciate you.
Hey, I ask, hey, how are you guys doing? It's been a while. Hey, that still counts.
Yeah,
You never mentioned evening. You
Oh,
know,
right,
so,
right. Fine. I
yeah,
didn't
we
ever
have our
mention
own
evening.
ways of caring, I guess.
That's right. And that's
Aw.
right. And some of them are Game Bite firsts. So
So,
Yeah, for all you know, we could be like Tundera and say good evening, baka. Something like that.
okay.
That was the most half-hearted
Yeah, that was-
tsundere I've ever heard.
we
Not
don't
for
want
me,
to
for
do
sure.
that.
I think the light on your face is equivalent to the burning passion on your heart right now, because you're a little intense. I like it. I do want to mention off the bat, guys, that Francishu has officially made it 2 years of subscription to Twitch here on Quit Stalling.
My-
We appreciate you, Francis.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
huge.
you again.
That's huge. If I tally that, that's a tier 1 for 24 months. I'm pretty sure that's a little over $24. That's for us.
I think so. Times 5, perhaps.
Because I think we get like a 2.5. Like I think we get half the cut. I don't remember how the math
Oh,
works.
$2.50. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
So
Maybe around
So
40,
roughly
$50.
$57 or $60 ish.
And that's why Elgin is a smart one here on the show. And
Yep.
Quick months.
Quick maths are great.
that's quick maths. But yeah, welcome everyone. I am making my triumphant return to Gamebite. I've never had to say that before. For the first time
Triumphant
ever.
return.
Guys, for the first time ever, I missed the show. I mean, I didn't really miss the show, but I wasn't here. I wasn't talking. I wasn't physically present or audibly present. So you guys did well last week. Can we start the show by saying that? You know, you guys did great. I
It's your
really
show.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Dude,
thank
you.
you know,
Appreciate
it is an honor hearing that coming from you, because you are the big boss after all. You are Mr. Quit Stalling after all. So it means a lot to us. It means a lot to us, man. Hey, that's probably just water, because you know,
Yeah,
kids don't drink coffee at night. Okay, you're trying to be PG here.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely, kids at home. DZ in the chat confirming that Elgin Elgin is good at English, so we really needed that confirmation. I wanted to
Right,
be
right,
sure. I wanted to
I'm
be sure.
certified.
It says so on his driver's license. Okay, let's.
I need to get
actually
a
says-
certificate.
It actually says America on it. All right, let's move forward, guys. We start the show off. We started the show off a couple of minutes ago, but we do the same thing at the start every time, and I ask everyone here on these other 3 panels, and of course, all of you at home watching us, waiting. What have you been playing? Let us know in the chat. If you're listening to the pre-recorded versions on Spotify or YouTube, hit us up on the Twitters or maybe on Discord. If you're tweeting us at Quit Stalling Us, don't forget the U and the S after Quit Stalling. Let us know what you've been playing and hashtag GameBite. Let us know what you've been playing. Let's start with Miko P. Miko P, brother,
There you go.
Heavenly
Oh,
Glowy.
this is the
what have you been playing?
first. Okay, I've
The
been
show
playing
first.
the same game, so I'll make this real quick. It's Final Fantasy 14,
Woo!
and I just want to give a shout out to
Ah!
partner, of course, who has been a black mage ever since the start. Not everyone is capable of being a black
Doing
mage
that.
and sticking to it. And also, of course, I'm gonna give a shout out to Mick and his wonderful guild, which actually helped us progress to one of the hardest fights so far in the current content.
Ooh.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, it took us weeks. Like,
Yeah.
because Dara and I are having a hard time grasping the mechanics. And then just yesterday, when we were able to clear, just the other day, we were able to clear it. And then we're helping out one other person. This one other person cleared it in like 5 tries.
Wow.
Jeez.
So yeah, we're happy for him, but we kind of look at ourselves and kind of wonder if okay, maybe we're not that good as we think we are.
Maybe we're not.
What? Maybe
Nah,
not.
don't say that. Don't say that. You're more
We're
than
still
capable
learners,
of
but
being
we
my
learn.
co-tank.
Okay.
Right there.
Other than that, during the past week, it's just the 2 of us who's playing the game in our household.
Okay.
Now almost everyone is playing.
Wow.
And this is
Everyone,
because-
everyone in your household.
Almost everyone. Yeah, it's just
How many?
Dar's
How many
mom
is
who
that,
doesn't
Miko
play.
P? Give us,
This-
give us the digits.
That's 4 out of 5 people.
Wow.
Got a party going
Oh
on.
my. Oh my.
Yeah. So, and it's mostly because, again, if you haven't played it, the game is free from level 1 to 60. Just go to their website and just search for Final Fantasy 14. Go to their website, register for a free trial. You're free. The base game is like they give it away for free, and the first expansion as well. can play up to level 60. And yeah, other than that, again, it's Auto Chess VNG for me, which is mostly my go-to in between game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing a bit of Tekken as well, just trying to
Nice.
trying
you
to
go.
not forget the combos and stuff.
Shout out to
Mostly
Asteroid.
for
Oh no,
fun.
that's Smash Brothers, right? Never mind. I think I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try passing it backwards. Elgin, what have you been playing?
Oh man. So I've been playing three things. I'm not going to talk about this one very much. I've been playing a lot of Spellbreak since I know someone else is going to be talking about that a little bit more. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Spellbreak. Been trying to get myself up to rank 6 on all of my classes to get all the talents. But other than that, I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning, and
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you're celebrating, but in my heart of hearts, I feel really bad about this remake, and
Ooh.
yeah, it's a sad time. It's a really sad time. Sad boy hours. Here we come. You know what I mean?
Why?
I mean, long story short, it's just a very frustrating remake because there's like it looks prettier for sure, but
Okay.
everything else falls apart. I'm walking through this dungeon and then like textures are popping out and all sorts of weird shit is happening, and it's not pleasant, you know. Yeah, there's more to it than that, but I don't want to bore you with the details. But anyway, the one game I am excited about, and Harold, if you don't mind, I would like to direct you to Facebook because I sent you a video for it if you wish to show it.
Oh, okay. Dang.
is a
I
game-
kind of wish you mentioned this earlier because
I did, but okay, never mind. It's fine. It's a game called BPM, Bullets Per Minute, and just hear me out. Hear me out on this one. It's a first-person shooter rhythm game. Like, let that sink in for a moment there. Oh, sorry. First-person shooter rhythm game roguelike.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Just
That's a lot.
it's a lot. And
Wow.
whoa,
Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa.
that's the
loud.
music. Yeah,
The
that's the
bass.
music of the game. And you're supposed to follow the beat of the song as you shoot enemies. And
Wow.
it's a lot of fun. Like it's
Wow.
it's a very small indie game, but like yeah, it's super dope. But yeah, there you go. It really helps if you have the music on just a little bit if you can, Harold. But
Oh yeah.
like,
1 second. Let me turn
Yeah.
down the bed music. Let me crank it up, baby.
yeah, just watch how the reload animations go and the shooting and everything follows the beat of the song.
Oh, okay.
Go
Let
for
me turn it up. Here we go. All right.
Oh, and I
Walk us
love
through this,
song,
Elgin.
too. So this guy's walking through the dungeon, baddies everywhere. Watch how the beat of the song follows, or the gunshots follow the beat of the song, and the
All
reload
right, the
animations.
downbeat.
Yeah,
Wow.
and the music
yeah.
is just so
Wow.
good.
Down. All right, I get it. I love it.
Wow.
You see how bouncy and fun it is. Every time I'm playing, I'm like you know, just playing like, oh, it's so fun. It's so fun, and I recommend you guys try it out if you have $17 to spare or $17 to spare. So, yeah,
Is it
that's
on
what
Steam?
I've been playing. It is on Steam. Yes.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yes, it is on Steam. And yeah, that's about it for me. Let's see, Mick, what have you been playing?
Oh, thank you for asking, Elch. But before I do get into that, I just want to say thank you to the Quit Stalling fam and to everybody in Quit Stalling for greeting me a happy birthday last Sunday. Thank you very much.
Yeah, baby.
I really do appreciate it.
Mick is
Yeah.
now 83.
83, baby. But yeah, and I want to give a special shout out to my friends who bought me Iceborne and bought me Sea of Thieves as well,
Oh,
so that I
boy.
could play with them. So that's pretty.
How old are you now, buddy? How old are you now?
I am 20 years young.
Oh, okay. See, guys, perfect child acting age.
Concealed identity.
Perfect
I'm
child
suspicious.
acting age.
Press something to doubt.
Press
All
X
right.
to
Press
doubt.
F to doubt.
Yeah.
No, not F. Dude, F is.
F is respect.
Use the.
E?
I don't know.
F is to
D.
pay
X?
respect.
T?
but
X, right?
It's
It's
X.
X. Yeah,
X
yeah.
to doubt, yeah.
Yeah. X. But then yeah. So what I've been playing recently, well, just some Final Fantasy 14. I finally got my crafters ready, and not really a
Sorry.
crafter, just my culinarian. So I've been I've been just gathering materials, making them into food buffs, and selling them for money. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Nice.
Aside from that, of course, Fall Guys as my palate cleanser when I played too much Final Fantasy 14 in a day.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not the least, I am super duper excited to play the Iceborne that I just mentioned a while ago. I
Okay.
finally downloaded it. I went through like the very first part, and then I realized it was 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh crap! I have to put this down." Like literally, I just started like just before we all what's a good word for this? We all gathered for Game Bite. So yeah, that's on my end. Maybe next week I'll just let you guys know how that was for me.
Yeah, man.
So
Looking
yeah.
forward to it.
yeah. So what about you, Harold? What have you been playing?
There we
I've
go.
been. Oh, yeah. It's about me, guys. All right, show's about me. No, so
Yee.
I've been playing. Like everyone, I've been playing similar games like Fall Guys here and there. Yeah, I got to taste a little of the remix that we'll be talking about in just a bit. I also played a little bit of Spellbreak. I got to try it out. Nowhere near as many hours as Elgin. I hear that when you get to a certain amount of hours, there's titles and prestige involved, and I don't even know what that means yet. I'm that fresh. I'm just trying to throw rocks and bend air. That's all that I'm here for. Aside from that, I've also been playing Marvel's Avengers. I've been getting through the campaign in my off time, which I haven't had much of. So, and a little bit of FIFA here and there. Soccer season
see.
starting, so
Yeah.
getting that urge to go outside and kick balls, but I can't. So I go on EA Origin, and I try to do it there.
Visible disgust.
I'm actually disappointed, Harold. I thought you would be like, I'm still playing my Forza Horizon.
Oh no, man! Sometimes you gotta take a break from the road, so
Yeah,
that you
that's
can
true.
appreciate it.
I mean, it's a
when you get in the
pandemic.
seat.
We shouldn't really drive, right?
Right? Stay indoors,
Yeah.
people. Stay indoors.
Stay indoors.
I mean,
Wear masks. Put on face shields. Put goggles on and lather yourself in hand sanitizer. All right.
lather yourself.
Just
Lather.
make it foamy. Make it foamy a little.
Yeah.
You know? Foam it up. All right. But yeah. Aside from that, I've been just chugging along. Making sure I get my happiness points in between all the work, because gotta make our way through all this pandemic stuff. And I forgot who did it last week, but someone was trying to. I don't know if it was this show or the Otaku Cast. It might have been the Otaku Cast, our newest show here on Quitstong. Check it out. Sensei Humor himself talking about his favorite manga and anime, along with Juancho Saldana. I think last week, or this week's episode, they talked about the newest One Piece manga that was out a couple of days ago. So he's been having fun with that. But I forgot if it was him or you guys, but he kind of squeezed in a little PSA at the start. I don't know if that was you guys or him. Whoever it was like, "Oh, don't forget to use your hand sanitizers, people." That PSA is brought to you by Quit Stalling. We should start doing that. We should start having like ad breaks about reminding people to keep it clean.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should have like that hour mark where people should drink water, like while they're watching us.
Yeah,
Stay hydrated.
Right. Stay hydrated. It's like a hydration clap. We gotta
But
remind you guys. We
what,
love
Mick?
y'all.
Yeah, you know what, Mick? Sometimes water just isn't enough, and that's when Gatorade Ion has to come into play. People,
Ion.
Gatorade Ion, your daily dose of ions. When you sweat in the normal day, you don't just sweat water, you sweat out the essentials of your body and replenish those essentials with Gatorade Ion, people. Your everyday hydration. Oh yeah, Gatorade
Yeah.
Ion. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Testimonial. Yeah.
Available at your nearest 7-Elevens. Okay, guys.
Whoa, are we sponsored? I'm so confused.
I made a mistake. I was looking for Gatorade Ion, and I made a mistake and picked up the blue Gatorade instead.
Yeah, I picked up this thing called Pocari, like what he
I don't know
was
what to
saying
talk
right
about, Miko.
beside
Let's
it.
get to the news.
What is this Pocari?
This week in video games.
That's right, people. It's time to talk about the news.
You tried.
And the news is brought to us by the Quit Stalling Geekcast. You heard that name earlier. Sensei Humor will join him, Juancho Saldana, and me, Harold Silvestre, weekly as we talk about all things geek and pop culture on the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Check it out live on Sundays, 1 p.m. That's afternoon, people. Here in Manila, it's about, I think, 9 or 10 in the evening Pacific. So check it out. Quit Stalling Geekcast, also out on Spotify. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the news. Children of all ages. We got a lot of bits of, topics and relevancy to throw people's ways. Who wants to start with what? What do we kick things off with?
Why don't we begin with the Fall Guys mid-season update?
There you go.
Oh my, that's right, Mick. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout got its mid-season update, and guess what? Crowns are back on the menu because easy anti-cheat. Thanks to Steam, courtesy of the people at Valve, we got a little anti-cheating going. No more cheating. No more cheating.
Yay.
No more cheating. TT go bye bye. TT go bye bye.
No more flying.
Tito bye bye Tito.
No more flying guys. I really don't want those. I really don't want those flying guys. Oh.
They're gone.
It's called Fall Guys,
It's
not
called Fall
flying guys.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
man.
right.
Right?
You
Right,
got your wish, Mick. All right, and we'll talk about those. We'll talk about those hacking cheaters in just a bit. Those friendless folks who just decided to ruin everyone else's day because they can't do it on their own. No, I'm just kidding. No judgment.
wow.
No judgment. No judgment.
Honestly.
No judgment. They suck. But there is a lot to talk about with this mid-season update, and it came sort of as a surprise. We weren't really expecting this. We knew that there was going to be another season. We knew that they hinted at Big Yeetus, which is the giant hammer that appears in certain maps at different locations. But we didn't really know they were going to give us what they did. Who wants to give a rundown of what these... Oh my gosh. I played some of this yesterday and it's pretty fun. Who wants to give us the rundown of what showed up?
Any of you guys want to take it? Or
Well,
should-
I got you, Mick. All right. So first things first.
Good job, Nick.
Because
A lot of these maps.
I guess. Go for it.
A lot of these maps have been updated. All right. So you're gonna get different iterations of Fall Ball. All right. You're gonna get different iterations of the Slime Climb, and you might get a big hammer punting you a couple of platforms in Seesaw. All right. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've enjoyed myself in the past 24 hours. They've added a lot of cool things like hammers. You see fruit falling in areas that you didn't expect them to fall. You see hammers appearing and eating you across the map, and so much more. I really enjoy this, and it really keeps things fresh, especially before we get the big season 2 patch. I thoroughly enjoy this because just when you think that you kind of figured out a lot of these levels, they give you a little fresh spin. Fall Ball was getting a little easy because people could just park themselves in the middle and start heading the ball straight into the goal.
Yep.
So they added a spinny platform in the middle sometimes,
Right, yeah.
They added hammers on the corners sometimes in Fall
Yeah.
Ball as well. So things like that, little changes. In the Whirligig, they added hammers there as well. In the Dizzy Heights, things spin the other way now. It's confusing, but in a good
Yeah.
way. In a good way.
I personally like this because you can only play so much of a certain game that has, especially when you've played all the maps and you've somewhat figured out where there's a most optimal place when you're supposed to jump. So
for
it's
sure.
nice to put this refreshing take there. It's really gonna make a lot of the people, the loyal players of this, happier. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course a lot of us casuals who play, who got way more out of this than we expected to.
Yeah.
I've put in over, I think, just about like 24 hours in this game, or maybe
Wow.
26. And
Wow, that's a lot, dude.
it cost, how much did it cost for us in dollars, guys? Was it like just
It's
$2?
about almost $10.
Oh, okay, $10. Yeah, it was
Almost
about $10
$10
here in the Philippines, and and for that reason we can't gift it to other regions because the prices are kind of region based. So
Sorry.
when I was trying to gift it to someone, it said you can only redeem this in in the Philippines, in Singapore, in Thailand. So like there were specific countries that you could redeem it because it's priced differently in
Gotcha.
different countries. Yeah. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, I got way more out of this than I thought I would. I've played a lot
Same.
of games for a lot less time, and they cost like $60. Yeah, and
True.
So, talking about value for money, this is probably gonna win Game of the Year for me.
Yeah, for value.
Hey,
Dude,
that is a
legit.
very, very bold statement because I still believe that Animal Crossing New Horizons is the game of the year, and y'all can fight me in chat if you like.
No one's gonna- no one in sight. Please, no one, please don't fight. All right, Mick doesn't speak. for
Sorry,
everyone.
it's an expression. You can change my mind.
No,
if
it's
you
not.
Quit
No, but yeah,
stalling. Does not
please,
condone violence.
yeah, we do not. If you guys have opinions on the amazing game of island creating and villager
like.
poking,
Swimming.
and swimming,
Yes.
message Mick in the chat at him people. Ion Hammerstream is saying, "I'll fight you regardless." Okay,
I'll
guys,
fight you
no.
regardless.
That's we don't preach that. We don't preach.
I will pay to see
name
that, though.
name a time and the place, and I shall see you there after this pandemic, which is probably 6 months.
And they
Thought
just
you were
go to
gonna
each
say
other's
after
islands.
class or after school.
And then we'll just do thumb wrestling on the side, something like that.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Central.
definitely after
Very
after quarantine though. Like you
Yeah,
don't
oh, yeah,
wanna
for
be
sure.
doing
You
that.
should probably do that after quarantine though.
Yeah, or put some alcohol first before you go thumb wrestling.
Or gloves.
Or-
yeah.
Good practice.
Surgical gloves. I think that might work.
Yeah, that works,
That works too.
Even
Yeah.
playing field.
But you're not
even
social
playing-
distancing is the problem. But that's fine. It's fine. We can work something out.
we can figure
PPEs.
it out.
PPs. Iron Hammerstream also says, "I heard this is where one can find fantastic looking beast. Boy, howdy, is it ever?
Yeet.
All right, you're looking at 3 fine beasts over
Three?
here. One in America, one named Biko P, and one full of fury. You know,
And then the one named
And
Harold
then,
too.
and then
Don't forget
the
him.
ringleader
Yeah.
up there.
you know,
Nah.
I hear he's alright. I hear he's alright.
Is that?
He's alright. He's alright.
Is that? Nah, he's alright.
Ion Hammerstream saying, "Yo, I imagine surgical gloves getting shredded anime style."
Wow. Yeah, at first it starts with some scratches,
Oh,
then it gets more intense until it gets torn off.
Yeah.
and then
The
your
arms
hand
start
hair
to
gets
flex.
blonde. Yeah, your hand hair gets blonde, and then it
Oh
just
my
means you have more
gosh.
power.
And then for some reason, like the wind just circles around your thumb.
Yeah. And then
Alright.
it dodges on instinct at some level. When the
I wouldn't be
fight gets
surprised if
intense
there's like
enough.
the sound like
So yeah, Fall Guys.
Oh yeah,
So Fall
right.
Guys.
Right. Fall Guys.
All right, back, circle back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll circle
Yeah.
back. We'll circle back. Mick, you wanted to talk about where cheaters ended up before this patch.
Yes.
So yeah,
didn't you?
I think it's been established by a lot of media outlets that there are a lot of cheaters in Fall Guys, and there were
Yeah.
they might still are, but yeah, let's see, there were cheaters. So the people of Fall Guys, they decided to find, instead of
The developers.
flat out ban the developers, sorry, instead of flat out banning them, they decided to put them all in their own lobbies, and they called it Cheaters Island. You're probably wondering, what is Cheaters Island, Mick? Well,
Cheater,
it's very
singular.
simple.
Cheater Island.
Cheater Island. Well, it's very
Or
simple.
Group.
All the cheaters that they've caught and have been reported were placed all in the lobby whenever they queued. So they're just fighting for just one crown. So basically, it's really just that. You just see all of them flying straight to the crown if it's like climb mountain, or like everyone just
Fall Mountain.
bumping into each other for when they're trying to get. So as you can see from that video, they just literally went straight to the crown. No
So
obstacles
dizzying.
whatsoever. Crazy. Wow.
So dizzying. I'm gonna let it loop one more time to show
Like,
people how
look
bad
how
it is.
fast
Like-
it is. Bam.
Wow.
It's like a Dragon Ball episode.
Yeah.
Dude, the number is still on the screen.
Wow.
Man,
They're already
I just
there.
I heard the teleport noise the moment they just ended up over there.
And the
Oh,
best
and this
part,
one too.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. The best part about this is that, the developers really knew what was going on and they've been observing them. And now that they have the new easy anti-cheat, they just flat out banned them. Yeah. So that's pretty
Yeah.
good. So hopefully in the next few weeks or months, we will see less cheaters on the game and we can finally, grief people in peace. I mean, win the crown.
I mean, they've already
Back
taken
to you,
steps
Harold.
to do that. Like we mentioned, they already have the anti-cheat system.
Yeah.
So I was playing yesterday and not one game with a hacker. So it's working. It seems to be working. So thankfully. And Miku P, you mentioning that it reminded you of an anime reminded me of someone making an anime out of Fall Guys, and it's up on YouTube.
Oh, Dragonfall G.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's up
so
on YouTube,
cute.
and it's called Fall Guys Anime Space Ted, and it goes through Dragon Ball
Wow.
Z, Captain Tsubasa, and I think Gundam at the very end as well.
Am,
So
am,
you
I
guys-
am I allowed to sing Head Chala?
You could.
She got it. Just go for it. Sorry, I just really love singing that whenever I see something Dragon Ball related.
Yeah, this is so good.
Oh wow.
It's legit.
That's
It's so
sick.
it's
I
a
like
really
it.
good video. I'm gonna link it in the chat
Yes,
because people
please.
deserve to see this. It's really good. Watch it. You can watch it now. You could watch it after the show. It's up to you. It's up to you. We're not here to
Up to you.
police your content, but you might enjoy it. It's really good. I'm really enjoying these level remixes in Fall Guys. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, now is a good time to update your game. No more cheaters so far, from what I've seen, and people are way more aggressive in Hexagon these days. So try it out.
Hexagon.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That
Try it out.
single tile
Hard.
strat. Dang it.
Oh man, they run straight at you now. It's
Wow.
it's scary.
And then
Yeah.
they jump and lunge. Oh.
All right. We got other bits of news today. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next? All right. So we have COD League news coming up.
Yay. I
Yes.
guess I can do it.
All
Go for
right,
it,
go
man.
for it, man.
You go.
Cool.
You do it.
So, a few weeks ago, Activision Blizzard announced their newest title in the Call of Duty franchise, which is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. There we go. Cold War.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mhm.
And yes. And with, of course, the announcement of the new franchise, that would mean that the COD League will now partake in this new franchise. The new installment, I mean, sorry.
Nick, can I
And
come
with
in
the-
real quick?
Sure.
Can I cut in real quick? I knew we reported about the COD League a year or more back.
Yeah.
I had no idea they actually did it. I had zero
Yeah.
clue that this was a
Yeah.
thing.
It was
been
a thing.
Yeah.
It's a franchise league, and because I'm a fan of 100 Thieves, you can make, say what you want about 100 Thieves, but they were really good in the COD Pro circuit. When the league came in, I felt bad that they didn't get a franchise. They didn't go for a franchise. So I am somewhat aware of what exactly is going on, but I haven't been watching. As far as I know, is that they introduced this new format where it was like 5v5 instead of the original 4v4 that they were
Okay.
practicing. And it's weird because the new season is coming up soon. And they decided that instead of doing 5v5s, they're reverting all the way back to the traditional format of 4v4s. They're bringing it back, and that's going to be their main strat. And the first thing that pops in my head is, so what's going to happen to these 5-man teams? What's going to happen to one of the 5 members? Right?
They're gonna be subbed.
They're going to be
Be
subbed, they're
subs.
going to be benched.
Yeah, bench.
Because,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and what really baffles me is that it's the first season, and you want to make a good impression, and you started it off with an experiment. So instead of going for a tried and tested format, which is the 4v4, I want to get your thoughts on this, guys, because do you think this was the 5v5 thing was a good idea to begin with?
I don't know, man. I really have no context on this because, again, I had no idea this was going on. And I have a big question to start things off before the more seasoned COD players can give their input. Do they just change with every new Call of Duty title? Is that how this goes? Like,
From
oh,
the
we're
looks of
announcing
it.
Black Ops 17, and they switch over to that?
Yeah,
From the looks of it, yes.
it actually depends.
Okay.
The 5v5 format has been around for at least 2 games. I think it was this game and the previous, or Modern Warfare 19, and then the previous game had 5v5s.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't seen 4v4 since, I'm gonna say
2017, I think, or 18.
yeah, I was gonna say Black Ops 3, I think.
Oh,
was the
wow,
last time
really?
they had it. So that was, it's been a while since we've had the 4v4 format, and I think part of the reason why they're shifting back to 4v4 is mainly because of the mechanics. I think the mechanics serve a 4v4 format a little bit better.
Nice.
Because from what we've seen so far of Cold War, the time to kill in that game is a lot higher. The game is a lot slower compared to Modern Warfare 19, where in 19 you blink, you're probably dead. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this one
Okay.
gives you a little bit more room to breathe. So having a fourth member, like having 5 members, maybe I don't know. I don't know how they really balance it, but I'm just guessing based on how Black Ops Cold War is different from Modern Warfare 19. I think that's what they're balancing the 4v4 and the 5v5 around more than anything else. So, but yeah, I think it's more of a return to form because of the slower time to kill, I think. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I kind of
then-
like it.
Oh, yeah. For the spectator experience, are you saying that it's going to be better?
I don't know about that. I think it's the same either way. But like I said, I think it's more of a balance perspective than it is a spectator perspective for that change. You know what I mean? I think that's what they were going for more than anything else. Again,
that
I'm no pro. I'm no Call of Duty pro, but and I don't really follow this, but I'm just guessing based on what I've experienced playing this game. I just know that Black Ops Cold War is a lot slower in pace compared to Modern Warfare 19, and I think it makes sense to go back to the same pace that Black Ops 3 did. So
Okay.
I was actually gonna say that I watched the footage of Tim the Tatman when he got the when he tested it, when he played the game on stream, and it's actually true. The time to kill is a lot slower. You can really see it. It kind of looks like it's their old game again. It's not a more realistic take on it like what they did with Modern Warfare 19. But yeah, I mean, still, if the time to kill is a little bit slower in terms of balancing, I think that having that 5v5 format was still a good call. So I'm just really a bit baffled why they would go back. So I really want to get your opinions, guys, about. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy who's gonna get benched, to be honest.
right.
Yeah.
Although let's be real here. I mean, those teams are a lot bigger than just 4 players. You know what I mean? Like I'd imagine
That's
FaZe
true.
Clan has more than 4 players to actually have in the game.
Yeah, I think they probably have those in like 2 or maybe 3 subs. something
Right.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, and in other COD League news, sorry, Ion Hammerstream, no fish involved in this COD League. I know you brought out your fishing rod. It's
You were
that's
getting
a different
excited.
COD League. All right, that's the Fisherman's COD League in in South America, no, in North America, around the dirty South, you know.
Sure.
But
he's right, I think. Can't confirm. I don't know.
Florida, I think it happens
Florida,
in Florida. Okay.
I safe bet.
Sounds plausible. All right.
Yeah.
Let's. But in other news for the COD League, they're also making a bit of a strange platform shift. Isn't that right, Mick?
Yes.
So
So
take us through
basically the new big announcement that they had is that they're actually moving the whole league to a new platform, which is PC. No surprise there. But here's the catch. You can't use a mouse and keyboard. You still have to use a controller.
That's just
So,
weird.
yeah.
Wow,
It's-
that's
I'm
very counterintuitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I'm okay with that. that's fine to me. You know what I mean? It's functionally the same thing, right?
I guess in terms of a LAN perspective and a logistics perspective, I think it would be better.
Yeah,
I think
right?
that would be a good choice because it's easier to set up a LAN of multiple PCs rather than multiple PS4s or consoles, right?
Yeah.
That's right. And
okay.
also from the business perspective, this allows a lot more sponsors to get into the league and provide a
Oh,
lot of
that's
cash
true.
inflow
That's true.
because when you're gaming on consoles, the brands that you can tap into for sponsorship can be very limited. Say
true.
unlike in when you go to the PC, there's a tons of brands and a lot of them want to throw money and they have the marketing money for it. So maybe that's one of the things. That's also one of the purpose of why they want to get into.
Yeah, that's actually a
Yeah.
brilliant take on it. It's definitely not a financial move. You know what I mean? Like it's that's definitely part of their decision making. And
Absolutely.
yeah, with of course the league not being in the bigger zeitgeist, in the bigger pop culture stream of consciousness,
True.
it should help.
Yeah.
But
But
then
I-
again, yeah, sorry. Just to point out Miko P's point is that I think that would be right because they did say in their blog post that the players would have an expanded choice of controllers to use in the upcoming league. So that would mean that these companies who manufacture these controllers will probably get in touch with Activision for to
That's
be
true,
approved to
Yep.
be an approved product for the league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
soon you will-
and to broaden that a little bit, because what's happening is the league is only going to allow a certain set of controllers. They're going to have to approve these controllers before the players can use them, which makes sense. They have to
Right.
be sure that there's no cheating going on. There's no
Yeah.
specific advantage one controller gives that's way too much in terms of performance. But at the same time, as someone who plays on PC with keyboard and mouse, it just seems so funny. Just from taking a step back, it's just like, wow, it seems overly policed, but it does make sense when you think about it.
Right. Yeah. Especially since like COD has historically been a controller shooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from the very beginning, we played this on our PlayStations. There are
On our
absolutely
Xboxes,
people out there who play this on their PC, but let's face it here, they've always been the minority in some capacity. And
Mhm.
the leagues have always used controllers. And like I'm glad that they stuck to this. I'm glad that they're not using mouse and keyboard, that they have to change their muscle memory just to play in this new league. Like,
Yeah.
it's still but to Miko P's point, yeah, this is absolutely, I mean, I'm 100% on board with the idea that they're doing this for money, because there's just so much potential to make a killing off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, consider all of the money making opportunities, and they have to make it what they call this. They have to make a huge profit off of it soon, because as you know, there's a huge buy-in when you go into the Call of Duty League, and the investors aren't getting their ROI anytime soon. So they need
Yeah.
a good source of cash flow, and this is one of the great steps that they have made. Sure, it might cause a bit of controversy because controllers versus mouse and keyboard on a PC, but I think over time people will learn to accept this, and this is the norm, at least for that game and for that league. And I mean, the industry as a whole could benefit because there are so many ways that they could profit off of it as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Before the COD League actually showed up, I do recall watching a few tournaments, and they really did play on controller. Nadeshot is actually one of the all-time greats in my opinion. He was a former Optic Gaming fragger, and yeah, dude, he was really good, dude. And they were all in controller like back in the early 2000s. So yeah, it's nice that they're still maintaining this, and hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it lets them keep the COD League up and running, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
If there's a niche for it, then it deserves a chance.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
All right. Anything else you guys want to mention about the COD League before we move forward? Again, not the fishing league, more of guns and ammo.
Oh,
Good? We all good?
No, we're good. I think we
Yeah,
covered
we're
everything there.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move forward then. Onwards and upwards and a little bit mini. or a little direct. Nintendo Direct Mini is happening tomorrow night for us here in Manila. Tomorrow morning for you, Elgin. A little under 24 hours. It's been announced by Nintendo, and they teased a little bit of what's gonna be happening for Nintendo Direct Mini. It's gonna feature information on upcoming Nintendo Switch titles exclusively from their publishing partners. So this isn't gonna be supposedly anything from them. It's from people who have the ability to publish games that, you know, and they're not exactly Nintendo. So they have a little video that we could play and kind of go through. I think it should be starting now, but I don't know why it's there. Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh,
Oh, I like that game.
Looks so nice.
so cute.
Yeah.
It's a strategy game.
No, it's a roguelike rhythm game. It's just like VPM, except it's top-down isometric instead.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Cadence of Hyrule, it's gonna have a paid DLC. We also have this game. What is this? This looks familiar. Oh, it's Rogue Company.
Rogue Company. Oh, okay.
Is he hacking the city?
Oh,
Looks
no.
like
Looks
it.
like it.
You know, if you wear a mask like that, you're probably hacking something.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
Very true.
We also got
Gully
some
One.
wrestling.
Yeah.
We're fans
Gully
of
One.
wrestling here.
Oh no,
Oh boy.
There you go.
John
Brawl
Cena, what
without
happened to you?
limits.
This is what we need on the
Battleground.
Switch.
Yep.
Andre, no. I'm just looking at these
Yee.
models and I'm just
Stone
oh
Cold Steve
gosh.
Austin.
So they're looking to return to the
I
days
kind
of
of like how they're a
arcade
bit
wrestling.
deformed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more arcadey. It's not 2K making this, so you're gonna see bicycles being used as weapons. You're gonna see people jumping 20 feet in the air for a DDT. You know.
Yeah.
We need this kind of wrestling because I mean the past few wrestling games have been very technical about it. I guess
Mhm.
Yeah.
a bit slow paced. So this is a breath of fresh air, especially for the
Yeah,
Switch.
man.
Like you can grab a couple of friends and then okay, let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. You don't need to switch to wrestle me, but you know, I appreciate
I was
that.
going to say.
On the Switch.
Uh,
Yes.
We got this
Ooh.
Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Oh, Nocturne?
Ooh.
Really? This game is hard as hell. I remember playing this game ages ago, and it's so
And it's a little
hard.
remastered.
Oh, no.
It's a little,
Really?
Mm,
got a little
looks good.
bump up in graphics.
I mean,
it's
this
really
game's
looking
spooky
good.
too. Yeah.
I feel like I've heard you say the title before.
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like you've said that
Yeah.
on the show at least once before.
I don't. Maybe I have. I don't know. But I wonder if this one. I wonder if this one still has Dante in it because he actually
Yeah.
he was actually a guest character on that game because there was a collaboration with Capcom,
Oh wow.
and he was
That's
actually
pretty
one of the
cool.
bosses you could fight as a side quest, and it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, they
Yeah.
also announced Shin Megami Tensei 5 as well here,
Oh.
so
Oh,
it's gonna be
wow.
out next year, 2021.
They're really going on the OG SMT series then.
Yeah.
Like this is not part of the Persona series whatsoever. This is like SMT before
It's its own thing.
it's its own
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Like that. Like here's the thing. Like if you want a brief overview of what SMT is compared to Persona, Persona's lighthearted and fun compared to a lot of the grimdark stuff that goes on in SMT. Like you
Okay.
got whole thing. Like for example, with Nocturne, you got the thing. Like you're basically playing a character, like straddling the line between fighting for God or the devil. You know what I mean? It's like it's either you're
Mhm.
you're either fighting for God or for for Satan himself, and it's so
Oh, wow.
weird. Like, oh God, it makes you feel uncomfortable, especially if you've been raised Catholic or Christian. It's like,
Yeah.
oh dear God, what am I playing? You know what I mean? But yeah, they're good games, just really hard. Just get ready to get your ass
yeah,
kicked. basically.
the stakes seem bigger too because if
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I mean in
Yeah.
Persona and P5, it's just constrained to those small cities, right? Just one location. But this one
Yeah.
seems to be like on a grander scale.
Oh yes.
I think Shillfox
Yeah.
is confirming that it is featuring Dante.
Okay, there you go. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to be
Shit.
honest. I've never played any Persona game. Should I? Should I be playing a game?
I mean, you have a Switch.
I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah.
if you like JRPGs, then yeah, it's always a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
All of the
Final
Personas are
Fantasy
good.
considered an JRPG? Right?
Oh, absolutely. The early ones
Okay,
are.
then
Anyway.
I should probably.
Have you still have the
Probably,
cat girls in that game?
Oh,
What?
right, there are.
Oh, I was thinking FF14, but
Not 14, man.
not 14.
That's
Okay,
an
sorry,
MMO.
sorry. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Well, aside from that great
Uh.
news from Nintendo Direct Mini, or for Nintendo Direct Mini happening tomorrow, we also want to remind people that if you're a fan of Rocket League, or if you always wanted to try Rocket League, it is making the shift to the Epic Game Store next week, September 23, and it's going free to play. So if you've always been curious, now's your time to grab a controller, because it's definitely not to play Call of Duty. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
No, they're going free to play, so why not, right? I've seen really cool tie-ups with this game. Ramen Style, that I was trying to figure out what his name was.
Yeah.
Ramen Style, or VCAB, who used to be a host here on Game Bite, was an avid fan of this game. So can't be that bad. Check it out. It's going to be on Epic Games next week. Again, free to play. In other news, guys, times have been tough. COVID,
Oh, yes.
quarantines, and so much more. Unfortunately, that also means more casualties for the brick and mortar side of retail and business, because a long-standing stalwart in the gaming industry, GameStop itself, as they already reported that they were going to be closing 300 to 350 stores by the end of the year, are going to be forced to close 100 more by December, which is
Oh
super rough.
no, that's
Yeah.
very sad news. I am so sorry for them.
I mean, I have some nostalgia
Look at,
for brick and mortar
look at
stores.
that grin. Sorry.
I
Just let
have
him be cool.
massive nostalgia for brick and mortar stores because of what they mean to us, kids in the 90s, who grew up in the 90s and didn't really have an alternative. This was
Yeah.
our way of getting video games, and even if you didn't want to get a game that day and you were just in the mall, or you were just in proximity of a data blitz here in the Philippines, or a GameStop in America, you'd want to go in. You'd want to smell those plastic cases that were holding those games. You'd want to be in proximity of the back then white backlit keyboards. Or red or blue. There was only one choice back then. RGB wasn't a
It's not
thing yet.
RGB.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be red. Yeah.
It was one color, So I have nostalgia for this, and it bums me out. But it's also a progression of the times.
Oh, it
We
is.
don't
Absolutely.
need retail stores as much as we used to anymore. Sure,
Yeah.
they're great in a pinch, especially if you broke your mouse and you need to get a new one right away, because not every country or not every online retailer offers same-day delivery. It's great. You could go out real quick and get a replacement, but overall, the money you save on not going to retail stores kind of pays for itself, and you can actually plan in advance and maybe get 2 of the mice that you really like.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that this is happening, but it's also something we've seen coming, right?
Oh, yes.
Just like the long, prolonged, painful, and slow death of cable TV as everything moves to streaming. It's unfortunate that it's happening to newspapers as well, but they've been finding ways to move on to the internet. They're doing subscription models for things like the New York Times. So there's always ways, but when you see a little piece of your childhood disappear, it doesn't go away without a bit of a ping to your heart, like Blockbuster, or those VHS and Laserdisc rentals that we used to grow up with. So I just wanted to bring that up because these are also jobs people are losing, so people have to shift and adapt.
I mean, I do share your sentiment as far as nostalgia is concerned with GameStop. I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent at a GameStop because I used to work in a mall right next to a GameStop, so I went there pretty much every day after work. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, I have no sympathy for GameStop, honestly.
That's true.
This company has a very very well-known track record of failing to adapt to their surroundings. Be it brick and mortar, be it the COVID-19 pandemic. Like their response to the pandemic is shameful. And like I said, if this company goes under, they only have themselves to blame, because let's be real here. We're only hearing about GameStop because every other retail store is still keeping afloat somehow. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's a good point.
Like think about that. Like Best Buys
Not easy,
aren't
but yeah.
closing anytime soon. And yet, well, to be fair, Best Buy does sell a lot more than video games,
Yeah.
but I mean, they're still at heart retail businesses. There are retail businesses out there that can remain successful. GameStop, like I said, historically has shown that they fail to adapt to whatever it is that goes on.
Yeah.
They think nothing is broken and they continue on the way they do. And sucks to be them, I guess. But I have no sympathy. This is destruction of their own design. Let's just be real here, So
Quite like Blockbuster, who
Yeah. that's
didn't
what I
take
was gonna say.
Netflix up on their offer to
Twice.
Twice. Oh my gosh, was it twice?
It's twice.
Wow.
jeez.
So yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes short-sightedness really comes back to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
With a Y. But yeah, so man, do you guys have anything else to say? Because I kind of want to move on from this, because aside from the nostalgia, I too am kind of like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's stop dumping on these guys. Let's move
Yeah.
on.
Just I don't want to say anything.
All right. Well, to round things off on this really wonderful episode, I've been able to share with you guys Miku P Mick OP as your couple's name has dubbed you. The fusion's happening.
Oh, wait.
There it is.
There we go.
You guys wanted to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy XIV, and a game that rings near and dear to your hearts.
Yes, we do.
And Elgin is known to find himself in Eorzea from time to time as well. So I know this is
yes.
relevant for him. So guys, what's the big news? What's the happy haps over there?
You want to take this one, Miko?
Okay. So, of course, Final Fantasy XIV has been, it has been evolving. So, the game's getting patched, getting new content. And of course, one of the things that's arriving in the new patch is that there's more housing for everyone.
Oh,
Yay!
At least
And just to
COVID
get-
brought cheaper housing to people, right?
That's right. And in case you're wondering, the context behind this is that it's very hard to find a house, rather to buy a house in Final Fantasy, especially if you are a new player, because simply the housing here is not instant. So in any
Okay.
server, there is like a limited number of wards per city that contains a limited number of housing. And you might think that, oh, that's a lot of houses though. But here's the thing. People in the game, having ran for 7 years or so, are rich at this point. So
Yeah.
some of
They
them,
got the money.
yeah, they got the money. They got the money
Yeah.
to buy houses.
Mhm.
And as what Mick was talking about earlier, during, I think this is part of the pre-show, but there were some housing problems that came about during the early days of housing.
Mhm.
One of which is that there was a limit. There wasn't a limit to how many houses people can buy, and Mick has told a horror story earlier about players buying whole
Wards.
whole wards
All
of
wards.
whole wards of houses and leaving like 60 players out of buying their own houses. So
Yikes.
yeah, look, going back to the present, this is one of the ways that that Square has planned to improve the housing situation in the game. And personally, my character has only lived in an apartment. It's not rich enough anytime soon.
Yeah.
But Mick has experience
close to
on
real life.
housing in general. So I think you can let us hear more, Mick, about what we should know about housing in FF and
Well-
how this helps a lot.
Damn. Well, the thing is that, there are 3, maybe 4 types of players that will probably play FF. The casual player who will probably try everything. The hardcore player who will play the highest tier raid content. The player who will focus more on crafting, enjoying making items and making money on the market board. And the last but not the least, the housing and glamour people. Glamour meaning transmog for you WoW fans out there. Our version is called Glamours.
The true
So-
end game.
Housing is actually a big deal in FF because they're actually very strict with it. You can actually lose your house if you haven't logged on for more than 45 days. And
Wow. What?
Some people actually turn this into a like a role-playing den. Like some people turn it into bars, maid cafes, clubs. Like
right after you
actually-
get evicted? How real and heartless.
yes.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
To share my story, I lost my house. I used to have a house, and I lost. I didn't get my 80% back because they refund you 80% of the value of your plot or your land
If you pick it up
and-
with, yeah,
within 30 days after they demolish your house.
exactly.
And
yes.
I lost a lot of money. I don't want to talk about it, how much money, but I lost a lot of money. So I'm never touching
Yeah.
that stuff again. But a lot of people do, because a lot of people are actually role players in this game. They really want to have the experience of just going home after a long day of farming. They're like, let me lie down outside in my lawn chair or something like that. So it's a very intriguing, it's a very nice thing that they are adding more plots, because a lot of people really want a house. And since this whole pandemic started, they even took out the 45-day ban thing. So even if you're unsubbed during the pandemic, you can still keep your house.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And
time.
yeah,
They're extending that even through the pandemic. That's so funny.
yeah. So just to be specific, they're adding about 720 plots per server. There are 3 housing districts: a beachfront, a desert oasis, a field of dreams, and one more place, which is the
Shirogane.
Japanese-inspired place, Shirogane.
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah. Shirogane, that's right. Yeah.
Shirogane.
yeah.
So yeah, imagine adding 720 plots per server. Wow, that's gonna be a doozy.
I know that's a
man.
lot. Yeah.
That's a
That's
lot.
a lot of
dude.
plots.
Yeah. I do have to ask though, why haven't they created housing for Ishgard yet? That's what I want to know.
It's actually ongoing right now. It's actually part of a side story where you're basically
the
rebuilding the
reconstruction,
housing district. And from the looks of it, it's going to take maybe until the next expansion before they actually release it. So that's why they felt the need to add additional plots for the existing players right now, because
yeah.
it's basically booming. Like
Oh,
during this
absolutely.
pandemic, a lot of people really picked up on the game. And the fact that the free trial is now up to level 60 and with one free expansion, people are flocking in and they really want that FF experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually have to ask the question. Harold, when are you playing?
That's a very good question, Mick, and I think I'll answer you around the time that next expansion comes rolling in.
Oh, all right. Fine. Fair enough.
Next
We'll
expansion.
see, man, we'll
Jeez.
see.
That's like next year?
Nah, next year.
Oh, is it next year? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm so
Early
behind.
next year, probably. From the looks of it, because everything got delayed.
We'll see. We'll see how things roll. You know, maybe I'll be a Lalafell, right, Miko P?
Of course. Pick the best race. Or be a cat girl.
Oh,
Like me.
Yeah.
Just be an aura and be done with it. Okay, like that's.
A dragon lady.
I did the Elezen life for like a good 2
Yeah.
months, and then Heaven's Ward came
Elizens,
out. And,
context, Elizens are elves.
oh right.
Auras
yeah,
are dragon ladies.
yeah.
Mikotes are cat girls.
What,
They're not
Lalafell
only
is a
girls
dragon,
though. You know what I mean?
Lalafels are walking potatoes.
One-track minds. I swear to God. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, moving on.
More
Moving
plots.
on, yes.
More plots. I
Plots,
think
yes.
that's it, guys. I think we nailed everything. You guys want to talk about anything else? And any other bits of
Uh,
news? Ubisoft Forward happened.
Yeah, about that.
Elgin, why don't
I
you
mean-
take this one, my good sir?
I mean, don't ask me to take this on because everybody knows how I feel about Ubisoft. You know,
That's why you should take this
my
one.
opinions on it. I mean,
All the more.
Ubisoft Forward is basically their version of the Nintendo Directs, all the new stuff coming out and all that. And there's probably like 1 or 2 things that I saw that like really interest me. The big one being the Prince of Persia remake because I was a huge fan of Prince of Persia back in the old PS2 era. I think I had all 3 games and played them front to back, and I thought, man, okay, cool, they're bringing it back. I just hate Ubisoft is doing it, you know what I mean? Though to be fair, they originally did it in the first place. Trying to think of what else was on the Direct. The other thing that kind of caught my interest was this game called Immortals Phoenix Rising. I hate the name of this game, by the way. It's
so 2000,
90s.
man.
Yeah.
Really?
I swear,
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
like I
It's like a
like
B-movie
it.
title.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I like how it looks, but that's about it. It looks slow, and it's more of the same Ubisoft open world stuff going on, except it's set in Greek mythology land. You know what I mean? I mean, it looks nice. Like the style is pretty. Like I look at the color palette; it's wonderful. But again, it's more of the same. Oh, look, that's probably one of those things you have to climb to see to get a checkpoint. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about this. You know, why are you asking me to do this, guys? You know I hate Ubisoft. Why do you do this to me?
Because we love you.
Oh,
And we love your
I
opinions
do have
about it.
one thing I'm slightly optimistic about, but I'll probably take my time before I dip my toe in. It's a game called Riders Republic. I enjoyed their game Steep. It was
like Fall
kind of like an
Guys.
extreme
That's
sports simulator. So Steep was this game where you could
Oh.
go up a mountain and snowboard down, ski down, parachute down, or wingsuit your way down the mountain. And I've been kind of looking for a game that was sort of like that, you know, very Tony Hawk-y, but for snow-based extreme sports, because we never really got that. There was never a Shaun White's pro snowboarder, or a famous skier, pro skier. You know, like there's never that. So I gave it a chance, and I actually found myself sort of enjoying it, but it was definitely nowhere near the value of Fall Guys. I didn't play it as much as I thought I would, or I wanted to, but it was relaxing. It was a beautiful, breathtaking game, and this game is sort of going in the same direction as that. So, yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it right away because of what happened with Steep, but yeah, it's not the worst thing. You have snowboarding, you have skiing still in this game. You have mountain biking or BMXing when it's dirt. So yeah, I find games like this interesting. You have the wingsuits. So yeah, I wouldn't mind trying this out depending on the price. But yeah, that's about it. That's about the most interested I got in Ubisoft Forward. Unfortunately, you know, I always want to give these companies the chance to show us what they got when it comes to their new games, because I always believe in the developers, not necessarily the companies, but the passion behind the developers that come up with these concepts and put hours, hundreds of hours of work and want to show them to the world. So unfortunately, I didn't really find anything that floated my boat in this. Hopefully we get other good games in these coming online conferences and reveals, because you know companies like Blizzard still have BlizzCon that they have to find a way to adapt to digital. We've seen DC Comics do it with their DC Fandom, and everyone has been saying that it's been better than San Diego Comic-Con's attempt of Comic-Con at home. So I want to see how these these companies based in cyberspace, in the online world, kind of respond. And we're sort of seeing it, but again, nothing yet that's really been mind-blowing. The most impressive thing I've seen is Fall Guys. I keep going back to it because it came out of nowhere, and it's been the best bang for your buck game of the year. So yeah, I want to see where they go from here.
You know, I just want to say your reaction to Fall Guys reminds me of the time Apex Legends actually came out, and Diego was just ecstatic. Like a ton of episodes back, dude. It was Fall Guys really caught a lot of people off guard. And
Yeah, man.
wow, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job, publisher Devolver Digital. And I'm really sorry I forget the name of the developer. I'm really sorry. Let me research.
it's one of those games that you thought you don't need, but when you play it, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, and even
I guess
better
I
with
Mediatonic.
friends.
now.
Yeah, Mediatonic. Thank you.
Mediatonic.
And
Thank
even
you,
better with
Mediatonic.
friends. Yeah. So if you haven't yet, check out Fall Guys. That's
guess
the
I
moral of
will.
today's game bite. Yeah.
Just
I haven't
buy
played
it.
yet. So.
trust me, it's worth it.
I mean, I have it on PlayStation, so I,
Dude, get
yeah,
it on
I
the
guess I'll play
PC
it.
so we can play.
Yeah,
On a
I will.
controller
I
too.
will. I will.
Dude,
Just give me a second.
It's like it's like $20.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
play it on the PC with a controller, like
Yeah, buddy, yeah.
like COD. Yeah.
Money's tight. I'm working
Money
with
is tight.
Uber. Give me a second.
I feel you. If I could gift it to you, man, I would. You know,
The
but
PC?
unfortunately, you have to come back to the
Yeah.
Philippines before you can redeem it. So we'll figure that
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll figure
understood.
something
out.
out.
Might cost more.
I know. It's $20 over here, which is like
Oh,
Oh
All right,
wow.
well, guys, we have to end the show because all good things must come to an end, and this has been a very good thing. I'm just gonna say it now. I enjoyed myself. We got some bits going today. we
fake
got
outs.
2 bits, 2 bits, baby, 2
Yeah.
whole bits. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So we're gonna end today's episode, guys, with a shout out to all our most recent followers. Elgin, why don't you take this?
All right. So just let me see if I can see this here. Okay. So we got Swolwida, Nausicaa, Ardeezen _ Riku Riku Riku,
Ooh.
Mendiola Cubicle, Leani?
Leani.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leani, thank you very much. Jinko Biloba, Ina HG, Number 1 Blake, and Riff Screamer. Thank you for the follows, everybody. We really appreciate you guys.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Mick, veteran of Game Bite. Why don't you take the subscribers?
Well, we like to thank our subs because without you guys, we wouldn't have probably all of this wonderful production quality that we have. So we like to say thank you to all of you. And we like to say thank you to Foransishu, who has finally taken the top of the mountain with 24 subs, followed by Human Panda 22 with 22, with 23 subs, sorry. Bimu King of Ooh with 22, Miko P with 17.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice. Nerf Diva with 14, Sensei Humor with 7, Notorious KGM with 5, Iron Hammer Stream with 4, Insta DZ with 4, Neo Gear and Shillfox, and Denunci and Wisa is all of them with 3 subs apiece. New Mali with 2, Zeffy Buns with 2, The Fury Bot with 2. Yeah, and of course Renzo Saurus with 1, Trandrew with 1, Madox 019, and Kaiju Chan Desu with 1. Thank you
What
guys
list
so
are
much.
you looking
for
at?
supporting.
Why is it different from the list I'm looking at?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the one you sent me.
Why is it
Whoops.
different?
Hmm.
I know. It's different, and it's also subs.
Oh, it counts.
So, yeah.
They all count. So
They all
yeah.
count.
if Mick didn't say your name, but you're on the screen, it just means we love you all the same. All right, people like
Yeah.
Cyberbully, Octavius Inc., the Vixen Queen, and Konig Stigger. Thank you guys so much for all your subs. We also want to thank our bit cheerers because we got new ones this week. Oh
Did we
man,
go?
Instant DZ and Shillfox tied up there for our best bit cheers of the week. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And of course, we gotta check out the all timers. Wait, let me get the profile pictures back. Yes, the all timers like Furansishu, Human Panda 22. Why? This is not right.
Why is it changing?
Bruh.
Why is it? It's messing up, man. It's messing up. Oh wow,
Nope.
yeah, it is not showing the right
Big
bit
nope.
cheers.
Yeah.
Big nope. Big nope. Oh, you know what? It's fine. We love every one of you. Can we just say that? All right, people like Nerf
Yes.
Diva. All right, people like Human Panda. How about
People
people
like-
like Nope and Neo Gear? Every single
Yeah.
one of you. Thank you
And-
guys so much. Elder Jin, maybe Mikhail Roldan.
Yeah.
Or is it 27? How about Bimo King of Vu and Miko P? If not now, Gwen and Mercy. And everyone else who's cheered us on with at least one bit. We love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Ariga thanks. Miko P, where can the folks at home find more Game Bite content? outside of the live stream.
Okay, so if you've enjoyed tonight's episode and you want to know a lot more about us, and of course the content that we do, you can find us on Twitter and on Facebook at Quit Stalling Us. We're also on YouTube, of course, this Twitch channel, and on Instagram at Quit Stalling.
That's right. And if you guys want to listen to Gamebite or check it out, not on the live stream, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/quitstalling. Sorry, the bit cheers just changed and reflected properly. You can check out Gamebite on youtube.com/quitstalling, and of course on Spotify and anywhere you can get your podcasts out there. Elgin, where can everyone at home, listening, watching, waiting, find you when you're not on Gamebite?
When I'm not on Gamebite, you folks can find me at twitch.tv/elderjin. I'm going to be streaming every night this week. I have a lot of free time on my hands now, so yeah, I'm going to be streaming every night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time or 6:30 a.m. in the Philippines. Sorry, it's a little early, but hey, you know what? I'll be there if you're awake, you know what I mean? But either way, yeah, find me there, twitch.tv/elderjin. Otherwise, you can also find me on the Quit Stalling Discord. We have a Discord. Check us out over there. If you have any questions with any one of us, not just me, feel free to ask us. We're going to be on the Quit Stalling Discord. I think there's a link that'll come up there. Yep, somewhere there. Yep, discord.gg/ you know what I mean. It's all over there. The bot will post it eventually. There it is.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
very much.
How about you, Mick? Where can people at home find you when you're not on Gamebite?
When I'm not on Gamebite, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter. That is at the FuryBot. And you can also find me in the world of Eorzea, crafting wonderful food buffs. Yeah, in the Tonberry server. Yeah, hit me up so I can add you in our crossword link shell, the Quit Stalling fam, that we just started. And I haven't even asked permission from Harold if I could use that name. Can I use it, Harold?
Go for it.
Nice. All right. And
Spread
aside
the
from that, you
love.
can always find me here at twitch.tv/quitstalling every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, 5 or 6:30 a.m. California time. Yeah, only here on Gamebite. What about you, Miko? Where can the folks at home find you?
Thank you, Mick. You can find me on Facebook at MikoP. That's MEKOPI. And yeah, I usually post there once in a while trying to figure out what to do with my life. But if you are talking about my Eorzean life, I have a more interesting Twitter for you. That's at Copilalas, where you can find news and update about a couple of Lalafell going around the world of Eorzea. Mostly cafe hopping and messing around with people, particularly the people in Mixed Guild. So yeah. Try to search for us at Twitter, Copilalas, KOPILALAS. And finally, for our big boss out there, where can people find you?
You guys can catch me at Harold Plays on Twitter and on Instagram. And of course, on the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Yes! Me and Sensei Humor, sometimes, most of the time, Juancho Saldana, talk about the most relevant news to us in geek and pop culture. Just like Young Justice Phantoms and so much more from the DC fandom. Check it out, Quit Stalling Geekcast. You can also find me all over the social media of Quit Stalling, and my fingerprints are everywhere. Check that out as well. I think that's about it. I think we're done. I think we're Gucci. Anyone else want to say anything?
Stay hydrated, folks.
Gatorade Ion. We'll see you guys next week. Same butt time, same butt channel. But till then, get off your butts and quit stalling, baby. Bye, everybody. Bye.